Okay, I'm gonna take the mass. It also something to proliferate too. If that pushes it over edge, I don't think it does, but I'm gonna take the mass. And I was gonna use the argument of something like Trinket Mage, but they both work with Trinket Mage too. If I happen to get one. Here it's Palladium Mirror or Life Staff. I don't have any equipment yet for Shikari. Don't really want to play something like Bonds of Quicksilver here. I'm actually leaning towards Life Staff. Normally I lean toward Palladium Mirror, although I have the Mirror Galvanizer. I actually could have had double Galvanizer plus Palladium Mirror for infinite mana. Well, I wouldn't have had the Chimeric Mass then, but infinite mana Chimeric Mass. But Life Staff would be good here with a couple mirrors, early Metalcraft. I'm going to take the Life Staff. Wow. True Conviction or Razor Hippogriff. It's not a pick I get to make pick 3 often. True Conviction is really tough to beat with even just 1 or 2 guys in play. That being said, Razor Hippogriff is pretty awesome as well. Man, it's nice to have this kind of problem. True Conviction is 6 mana. It's so hard to lose when that's in play. I'm gonna take the Hippogriff. I don't know. I really don't know about that pick. I got another Hippogriff. There's also Drake, which is interesting, but I'm gonna lean on the Hippogriff. Man, if I knew I was getting another Hippogriff, I would have taken that Conviction. Maybe. At this point, I don't need any more Sun Chasers. I'm sort of out of room for off-color cards. I also don't think Throwing Bird's going to make it anymore. It's now a question of whether I want to mirror another replica. What am I not playing here? I don't think I have room for the Throwing Bird. And I probably don't want to play the Culling Dace. Yeah, no, I'm not going to take the Sun Chaser here. I think I'm just going to take another mirror. I have the Galvanizer. Here there's not much. I suppose Wall of Tanglecord is an artifact, and there are, out of all these cards, it's the one I'm most likely to sideboard. Seize the Initiative is a decent trick, especially in an aggressive deck, but I don't know if I have room for the off-color cards here. I may actually, weird as it may seem, cut the Sky Yellow School here even. Don't really need a Moriok replica. I guess it's the card I most likely play. Another Throwing. If I had a few more Proliferate cards, I'd have quite the theme going on. That being said, it's still the most likely card I play. Maybe Seize the Initiative is. I already think I'm cutting the one Throwing Bird I have. Although with the Necrogen Sensor, which is quite possibly making the deck, it is pretty good. I think I'd like access to a Seize the Initiative though. I'll take the artifact. I don't think it's going to see play, but maybe in an aggressive mirror, the life gain is somewhat meaningful. And there was the Golem Foundry too, which was interesting. With all the proliferate, it's still something to think about. Just I don't know if I want to do anything to make this deck less consistent. I'll take the Shikari. It's probably more of a hate draft than anything else. I don't know if it's worth the off color, the off artifact, well, the colored slot, I should say, not the off color, but the colored slot with only one equipment. I think that Sun Chaser is going to be activated consistently enough that I can just play that. What do I at least want to play against? I don't know. Forger. We'll see. So I think this deck came together pretty good for Metalcraft deck. The double Hippogriff, picks 3 and 4 were pretty sweet. Maybe True Conviction would have been better over one of them, but that's a hard pick. And it's actually more of it's not. I don't think it's it's not me undervaluing True Conviction. Because it's actually, I think it's more me thinking I overvalue. If it was a mistake, it's me thinking I'm overvalue it. Because it's been so good every time I played it. And I just feel like it's been, like maybe it's not as good as I'm thinking it is. It probably is, though. It really probably is as good as I think it was. And maybe the Hippogriff could have been passed on. The first one, at least. So I think this is the kind of deck where I'll play the Sun Chasers. I'm definitely happy to play it, especially in this kind of deck. I'm not happy to take it super early because it is reasonably easy to replace, and they do tend to wheel. Since I'm not the only one with that opinion of them. And Replica will make it here. Sensor probably makes it. I'm reasonably aggressive, although without any proliferate other than Contagion Engine. So maybe we'll see the Throwing Bird. We'll see if I have room. I'm going to leave these replicas on the side for now. I think the Auriok replica might end up making it just to up the artifact count. That goes well with Contagion Engine and the Hippogriffs. Even the Sky Eel School or the Drake is, I suppose. I'm at 22. I can definitely play at least one more card. My artifact count. 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. So that's high enough. That means it doesn't have to be an artifact. I might still want it to be. Let's see, did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, okay. So the options. Soliton, although I don't know if I need another 5-drop. I think I prefer Auriok Replica. It's also reasonable against Infect. Especially if they have the pump spell. If you can afford to keep the white open. The other option is Thrumming Bird, which helps, I guess helps Chimeric Mass, but doesn't need that much help. And Necrogen Sensor. I think I'm going to not play Culling Days unless I'm also playing Thrumming Bird. I think that's more of something I would do if I see a lot of removal. I think just another 3-drop. I only have 2. Even though I have 3 mirrors to accelerate into my 4 drops. think I like the Aurillac replica here. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to go with. I can also potentially play another card with 3 mirrors and 3 spell bombs. And a relatively low curve. I think the next one would be Throwing Bird. Yeah, I think I can do 16 lands here. Mirrored Smith would have been nice, but those don't get passed too often. The other option is to go like Golem Foundry, Culling Dace for the Throwing. Well, it's just I don't know. I feel like that's just adding potential inconsistency to an otherwise what looks like to be a pretty consistent deck here. So I think I'm going to start with this. Yeah, against a removal heavy deck, there's some extra value to having Culling Dace and also extra value to having a Golem Foundry that can potentially make more than one creature in the long haul, especially with Proliferate. So I think that's more of a sideboard option. There's also the Steady Progress that I suppose can help that out. $10-6. Oh, where did it go? 10-6. I have 2 gold mirrors and a silver mirror. I have 3 double white, 1 double blue, but I don't have too many colored cards at all. I think I'd rather just be able to cast my double blue when I draw it. And I definitely want at least 1 blue. I shouldn't, with 9 planes and 2 gold mirrors, I really shouldn't have too much trouble getting Glimmerpoint Stag or a Razor Hippogriff out there. Alright, I'll see you around.